So we want to go ahead and look at managing users here. There are times when a Linux system administrator is asked to create user accounts on Linux with some specific properties, limitations, or comments. In Linux, a user add command is a low-key utility that is used for adding, creating user accounts in Linux and other Unix-like operating systems. The add user is similar to user add command because it is just a symbolic link to it. So this command, if used, will just point back to this user add command. However, this command is not always available on systems. So when we run user add command in Linux terminal, it performs the following major things. First, it edits etc password, etc shadow, etc group, and etc g shadow files for the newly created user account. It also creates and populates a home directory for the new user, and it sets permissions and ownership to the home directory, usually determined by a umask. So basic syntax of the command is user add, and then we have options, such as flags and other things, and then we have the username, okay? So when we want to modify a user account, so an account already exists and we want to modify certain things on it, we're going to use a command called user mod, okay? This is similar to user add or add user, but it alters an already existing account, okay? So after creating user accounts in some scenarios, we may need to change attributes of an existing user, such as the user's home directory, login name, login shell, password expiry date, etc. In this case, we're going to use user mod command. So when we execute user mod command, the following files are used and affected: etc password, etc shadow, etc group, etc g shadow, and etc login defaults. Okay, let's actually go ahead and look at that etc login defaults file. So this file defines some certain things for us. Important things too. So we see there at the bottom, that's really the main things we want to look at. We see password max days, min days, password minimum length, and password worn age. So if you read the description of those, it says pass max days is maximum number of days a password may be used. Pass min days, minimum number of days allowed between password changes. Pass minimum length, which is minimum acceptable password length, and then pass worn age, which is number of days warning given before password expires. So if we set like pass worn age to 10, it's going to give you a 10-day notice before the password needs to be changed. So ways we can do that via the pass or user mod command, we can do user mod dash lowercase m, which is going to be minimum amount of days. We can do max, which can be the max amount of days, and I can do that for mine. K downs. Alright. Let's set it to like actually let's change the warning on it. I'm not totally sure. Let's see. Oops. Not seeing it on here, but here's all the different options you can use on that user mod command, guys. So I just did a user mod dash dash help. Okay, so this allows you to alter certain things with the user account. Let's head back to our PowerPoint. And actually, guys, before I do that, I believe it's actually is change age for, and it'd be dash m or lowercase in capital case M to change the password max and minimum days on my account. Anyways, that's not important right now. Let's go ahead and look at the rest of our user account modifications here. So the last one you need to think about is the user delete command, which deletes a user account and related files from the user account. So this command must be run as root, along as with the other commands. The user mod and user add have to be run as root, okay? And the syntax is as follows. So we'll do a user delete and then the username. We can also add some options and flags in between username and user delete to modify what user delete's doing. But the real important one here is going to be the dash R, okay? If you really want to get rid of everything on a user, you want to do dash R. This will actually get rid of his home directory and all files as well. Okay, so this is what you really should do if you want to get rid of a user and everything associated with it here. This -r, which of course means recursive. Okay.